Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk: The Fall of Winterhome. Well, we've fixed up our first major malfunction with the generator, and we did fairly alright. And we've even sent off our first evacuation from our city. We sent out 50 children, and they are going to make it aboard, and so we are very happy with that. So as we continue to evacuate the city, we're going to see exactly how that goes, and just how many people we can save. Mind you, that will only happen if we can get them the coal that we need to do. We have 11 days to sort out all of this evacuation, so that's not an incredibly long amount of time, but it's going to be something at the very least. Also too, we have 518 people, and I'm pretty sure there may only be room for about 500 people. So we will see just how bad this goes. Alright, so it looks like our wood stockpile is full at the moment. Let's go ahead and change around the steel and chuck that elsewhere, see if we can make good use of that. Looks like we've almost made a whole bunch of food rations again. We may need to go ahead and fix that up too. Where shall we go? Coal, raw food. I think we're about at the we're at the end of our resource limit. Okay, let's go ahead and build up another resource depot. It does cost us a little bit of steel, which is probably preferred not to have been used, but we don't really get much of a choice at this stage. So let's just go ahead and build that there. That'll be fine. We'll do what we can, and hopefully if we have enough, we can start sending people elsewhere. Alright, we also have our hunting tactics that is about to finish at the end of tonight, which is fantastic.
Rest time. Work is done.
So it looks like, yeah, we can start researching in the morning, which is good. We just managed to get that tonight. Where do we want to go from here? Well, I think what we should do is probably work on the efficiency. That would probably be the best bet, I would assume. We could go for... No, at 5 less steel for prostheses. We do need to make a fair few of those. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. What do we want at this point? We could also cut down on the amount of workers we need for our food generation, but again, we don't have other jobs to send them to right now. We're just trying to get the children out of the city first, or at least as quickly as possible. Well, if that is the case, I think... Yeah, it's either the repair station efficiency or the prostheses, and I think the prostheses are going to be our best bet at this current moment. Yeah, we're going to want to try and get a couple of those made, so I think that would be nice. Apparently we're down to 66% efficiency, but we do have the foreman around, so we have adequate staff. We also have, oh wow, 200 wood and 50 steel. That is quite an expensive thing. Good thing we have a lot of timber on hand. Yeah, that is actually, you know, let's have a look at our economy and see exactly what we're at. We have a production of 475 wood per day, and that's mainly from a couple of sawmills and then steam wall drill. Let's see, steelworks, we have about 280 per day. Okay, that's not bad. And then food is nice and excessive, which is fantastic. Health is fine. And then, yeah, these houses we're going to slowly be dismantling as time goes by. Yeah, so you know what? Trying to think, we have a couple of survivors out here from the storm shelter. We're going to try and let them do their thing. Yeah, I think we might actually go ahead and try and break dismantle some of these older homes. We have, yeah, bunkhouses back here. If we can minimize our footprint, we can probably start turning off some generators at somewhere or another. These houses are all taken. Actually, hang on a second. Let's just double check. Yeah, so we have 56 houses and we need 48. So all bunkhouses can be brought down, and then these houses we can delete 7, 8 of them. Yeah, we can get rid of 8 of them. Okay, so if that is the case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good enough. We can get rid of those, and then we can switch this to work hours. Yeah, that works well. So we'll get rid of you. We'll get rid of you. This also does give us a little bit of steel and timber as well, so that's not terrible. 5. And then we do have the public house, which I think may end up shuffling that in a little bit closer. Yeah, that public house is going to move towards maybe back there. Yeah, but we'll do that at a later date. It's actively up and running, so we'll see how that goes. So that'll also save us a little bit of coal. That's going to be rather nice. And then, where were those bunkhouses? Yeah, we don't need those. Let's start taking down them. Bunkhouses are no longer a requirement, so that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. There is one more somewhere. Can we spot it from... No, I'm not seeing it. Well, it is somewhere around. Actually, you know what we can do? There we go. Any yellow. Can we find yellow instead of red? Actually, it looks like they're fairly well heated, so that's not as easy as I thought. Well, either way, we'll come back and we'll get that. That'll be fine. It is no big deal. Alright, what have we got here? Cookhouse. That'll be up and running. That's fine. We'll get that running in the morning. Again, some of these buildings we can bring closer and closer, avoiding the necessity of these steam hubs. That would be rather nice, if at all possible. We do have one ill person, so let's make sure we have somebody in the infirmary. There we go. That'll be fine. And can we do some propaganda? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and spend a little bit of timber to increase the hope of this situation. This very dire situation. Alright, well, in 10 hours, we should be able to send out another convoy, which I would be happy with. And, oh, resource depot is available. Let's go. I think we're going to go with the food rations. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, if we can save that, that would be relatively nice. We'll try and... yeah, we'll try and get the 5,000 food that we can send off to to the Dreadnought. And then we can cut back on the food and make sure that we're just cutting by on the slimmest margins. And, yeah. But either way, we have another evacuation issue. Stowaways. Okay. So we found stowaways in the evacuation center. Some people are so afraid that they're unwilling to wait for their return and want to make for the Dreadnought on their own by stealing supplies or hiding in transports. If we let this escalate, we won't be able to carry out the evacuation in an orderly fashion. I see. Hope discontent will rise, hope will fall, or we send the guards in. We're going to send in the guards. I don't see any other way of making sure that this does not become a bigger issue. But, yeah, if we do this properly, there's a chance that we might be able to save everyone. If these guys are being foolish, I don't know if that's going to save anybody at all. And that completely defeats the purpose, and then we're all doomed. So, best just deal with it as is. Also, too, I think we'll try and keep this foreman around just for when we do need to get the extra repairs going. We are adequately staffed, which is good. I think there is fully staffed. Hang on a second. Let's just see. Neither more. We have 3 sick people. Yeah, I think it just is what it is. Yeah, we don't have much about that. I guess we could maybe draw back an engineer or two. Oh, and you know what? We're about to have the workshop kick up and running, so let's go ahead and use the foreman yet again. And so let's see, the cooldown is every 2 days, so we'll do 2 of them, and then before work tomorrow we'll go ahead and activate the other one on the other workshop, just so we always have at least some bonus efficiency at all times and can make our way through as quickly as possible. Yeah. All right. Oh, and it looks like the cold is setting on in. Okay, we are no longer in anything but livable temperatures. Ouch. This is going to get cold. Okay, so I think for now, so what was the next tech we were going to go for? I think there was the infirmary mechanization, so we can employ fewer engineers. That would be good. Same with healthcare insulation. But I'm thinking potentially, if we go here, we could go for the house insulation. That could be very nice. We could also get some better healthcare insulation. Actually, in fact, we may need some of that. Never mind. We'll turn on that heater there. That'll be fine. Yeah, for now, I think we can cope, but we may need to figure out some trouble. All right, let's just double check that nowhere is too cold. Are you within range? No, you're not. Okay, so you know what? Right now, we are going to remove you from there. We do not want you getting sick. We could expand that range if necessary, but I think we'll try and avoid that if possible. And then this steam wall drill and all of that other stuff. How much timber have we got there? 21? You know what? We're only there for 3 hours. We can clean that up, and then we'll close that down. 3 hours is a fairly minimal chance of them getting sick, even though it is very cold. Yeah, we should in theory be okay-ish. Alright, what have we got? The evacuation. Fate of the disabled. Okay. Sir, an amputee wants to talk to you about the evacuation. I don't want to make it to the dreadnought. The climb to the plateau is far too difficult. I could only go if I had a prosthesis. I lost my limb working to save the city. Please don't forget about people like me. Okay. Only be able to evacuate amputees if you make prostheses for them. Well, that is what it is, but we are working our way towards that, so I'm not too concerned. That will be a thing in the fairly near future. In fact, in 20 hours, we're going to be able to start working on such troubles. So let's see, we have about 40, so the decrease in cost is going to be very nice. I think that takes it from 10 down to 5. And then, as much as I'd like even more optimization, I don't think we can afford that. We're going to go towards... What are we going to go towards? Repair station efficiency? I feel like that may need to be where we're going. Yeah, I think that's going to take us to where we need to be. We've got 300 steel, so that's maxed out at the moment. So let's quickly... Wait a second, you're too cold to be active. That's not good. In 10 minutes, we're about to be able to send off another crew. Yeah, let's activate that cookhouse there. Actually, you know what we could do? We could go ahead and make another one. Make it in a bit of a warmer location. So let's see about that. Where could we put one? All of this seems fairly well taken. Oh. Yeah, for now that's definitely well taken. There is a little bit of room in there, but I guess that's going to be for something else. We could just go ahead and build that right here. That is within the agitator range. Not to mention it will stay hot no matter what because of the coal mines. So I suppose, yeah, we'll build you over there. That's only a couple of timber, so that'll be fine. Actually, you know what? That's got the temperature thing going too. And then what else have we got? Getting close to maximum. All right, we need to check out our what do we call it? Resources. So let's see, raw food, food rations. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and find these food rations here. We're gonna switch this over to steel. Steel is going to be one of those things that we're going to need to spend a lot of. Alright, so prepare the evacuation of limited space. Sir, we have some bad news concerning the Dreadnought. The space aboard is limited. We can and should build additional cabins, but we won't be able to save everyone in Winterhome. Rumors about limited space are already circulating in the city. People are tense and anxious. Hope falls, discontent rises. Well, you know what? We've apparently done a very good job on the discontent. No one is, well, notably in trouble, but hope that we can measure. So, we need to send some more people. We're going to go ahead and send... We're going to send basically everything we can. We'll go to the round... what is that, 450? I think that seems reasonable. Just make it a nice round number. We can only take 2,500 resources per provision. Let's go... How many children can we send? 41 children, and then we have a couple more workers. So let's go ahead and find some of those jobs. Say... Gathering post. Yes, you can be filled with workers. You as well. In fact, let's just go around and keep on switching workers into workplaces. Yes, sorry, sending in adults into the workplaces where possible. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright then, so let's go ahead and hang on a second. We also need to double check our economy. Coal generation. We are producing an extra 300 coal per day. That means we can probably afford... but we won't produce any during the night. That is unfortunate. We're not producing any at night. So I suppose we've got a couple of hours to make our way through. I think we should be fine. How much per hour do we produce? 25 per hour, so I suppose we'll be all right. We're gonna send at least half of our stockpile, I dare say. Yeah, half of our stockpile I think seems reasonable. So coal, let's make sure that we have that set to about 2,000. Actually, you know what? Maybe 1,500 for now. We also need to send more food. Cabins, we need 300 steel, I believe it was. Yeah, that's going to be important. Still have a little bit of room left over. People, again, all of the children if we can. So, yep, that'll be fine. And then, what else do we need? Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and need to have a... Do we send the other steam core? I think we send a steam core. Anything else we can afford? We need a minimum of 5,000. You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll max out the amount of resources we can send. Yeah, just short of 1749 coal is going to have to be as good as we could ask. Gets rid of some of the children from our city. That'll save us a few more food rations, so as time goes by we will be saving more and more. Yeah, that food ration gain is fantastic. That'll keep everybody well fed. That's what we need. That is what we need. You know what we could do? We could also go ahead and food rations. Okay, so how long does this last for? The ability doesn't say how long that will be up and running for. Cooldown is every 2 days though, so that's, well, it is what it is. Also too, we do need a whole stack more steel if we're going to be able to get our way through to our what do we call it, through to our next tech, which we do definitely need. In fact, yeah, we've only got 2 hours to produce a little bit more. I would love to go for automatic prototyping, but that's gonna not be viable. That's 100 steel. Yeah, I think we need to aim for the repair efficiency. That's going to be really good. And then what else could we go for? Well, we've already got advanced steelworks. We're doing fine on timber for now. We're doing pretty good on coal. What do we need? We need to deal with as things get colder. So yeah, I think what we'll do is go for the hothouse insulation, or maybe healthcare insulation, both of which could be very nice to have, because if they do get too cold, we can't fix up certain problems. Yeah, that is going to have to be where we go. Actually, you know what? We'll go for the infirmary upgrade for the amount of workers necessary. So that'll give us a big boost to how much we can to helping out our people. Alright, so it looks like we still have a couple of kids running around. Nothing much can be done about that. We'll go ahead and yeah, people are going to get progressively colder. This sawmill is almost out. Is this worth it to us? You know what, right now, no, but that is people who would get sick. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. Make sure that we preserve their health, if possible. Alright, what else have we got? Lonely father, pain of separation. Sir, my only son was sent to the dreadnought. Could I go in the next transport to join him? His mother died in the Great Fire when it took our house. He has no one but me, and I'm afraid he won't survive alone. We'll have to send one worker on the next transport. Hopeful. You know what? We're going to need to send workers anyway. So we're going to go ahead and say sure. At least one worker should be easily enough to fit. We have 65 extra people at the moment. That's all of the remaining children. Oh no, most of the children and then a worker. That's not that bad. That is not that bad at all. Alright, so let's see. That is a streamlined prosthesis. We have a couple of hours before work finishes for the day. I think we'll go... yeah, 5 fewer engineers. I think this is going to be really important as things get cold. That being said though, extra temperature would be really good to keep people up and running. Actually, hang on a second. Let's just have a look at our coal consumption for 2 seconds. We have our coal mine. We have a couple of gathering posts. Okay, and an outpost depot. Okay, so I'm thinking what we could do is we may need to get rid of the, what do we call it? Not the charcoal kilns, the thumpers. Those thumpers may no longer be as beneficial as they once were. That's 70 per hour, so we do still get more per day, but we may need to end up converting to charcoal kilns. And as we reduce the number from the city, we may be able to put them in a warmer spot and save some more coal as well while we're at it. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be what we need or not, but I feel like that could be... oh, pardon me. Sorry. It could be a viable tactic. So if that is the case, let's see. Hang on a second. How many houses have we got? We have one bunkhouse that we do not need. Whereabouts are you? You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And then what else? We have... Yeah, we now have 9 houses that are no longer necessary. 9 houses? No, 8 houses. Okay, so... Yeah, those are rather chilly, but we will need... Oh, wait a second. We will need a place for them to live when they're outside of the care house. So that's at least another 4 houses. So let's see. 467, that's 47. So we've only got 4 houses we can demolish. Okay, 4 houses, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and still see if we can find where they are. Actually, you know what? We need to move this public house as well. That is no longer the best spot for us. That workshop may not be the best either. And this guard station, yeah, this is not providing the benefit I thought it once did. Yeah, that's hitting one house that's reached by another. Yeah, let's go ahead and dismantle that too. Yeah, we can get rid of a couple of houses. So let's... that public house, that is roughly the size of a regular home. Let's go... Infirmary, that's going to stay there forever. So we do have room around here. But I think we'll go ahead and get rid of these houses. We'll delete you. 2 and 3. That should open up one little spot in... right by there, so we can even cut this down to a single range hub. That may save us a little bit of trouble. And then yeah, so tech, yeah, I think we're going for the infirmary mechanization. I was tossing up whether we go for like hothouse insulation or maybe even healthcare insulation, but I think for now yeah, manpower is going to be the thing that we're needing to balance out, and that's a better efficiency boost than the other things, so it is where it is. Also, do we have that industrial hothouse back here? Yes, we do. We have a couple of kids working there, but I don't know if we necessarily need this much in the way of food. This would also grant us another steam core if we did dismantle. In fact, oh no, that'll give us 2. Ooh, well that is fantastic. Yeah. I think that's the next building on the chopping block. That's also a very temperature sensitive building. We'll afford it. Actually, no, we'll keep it warm for now. Again, we still need to make enough food rations for it to reach our goal. We need how many food rations? Hang on a second. 5,000. We're already 1,150. Now, I think they're already including all of these, so that's not as... Yeah, we'll get there. In fact, what we could do is this cookhouse. Where are the others? Oh, we're going to send workers. That's still under construction. Let's go ahead and get that done. And then, where is the other? Ah, yes. Finished. So let's go ahead and get that up and running. That should be fine. That's a little bit cool, but we'll go ahead and get that up and running. Yeah, that should be... Oh, okay. Again, soup is going to be the meal of the day. And then I think what we're going to do is... Oh, we have so much timber right now. We could really do with another... If we had the large depots, that would be fantastic, but we just don't have the room. We need to keep at least 1 steel. I think what we're going to have to do is... I think we need to build 1 more resource depot. I think that there is no way around it, so let's go ahead and get that done. We'll build ourselves the... where is it? For people or health? Yeah, resources. There we are, depot. First thing. First things first, let's go ahead and pop that right about there. There's an empty space. No reason not to. And then we'll send that to food rations, and that way we can try and get to that 5,000 as quickly as possible. Send that as best as we can. Again, the 5,000 coal for the Dreadnought is still the top priority, but again, if we can start minimizing our workload for our food production, that would be rather nice. Alright, also too, hopefully this public house will get dismantled fairly quickly and we can go ahead and build that back up again a little bit closer to the warmth. In fact, I'm thinking about moving that workshop too and then just being done with this steam hub. Yeah, we can already send that back to regular hours. This fighting arena is completely worthless. Yeah, that workshop's going to need to move. So, public house. Let's bring you... I don't see a better spot, so there is going to have to be where it is. I think that is the best spot for it. Yeah, I can't see anywhere else that's going to be a viable alternative. And then, let's see, can we rebuild that other one as well? I know I didn't place it down, but I just need to make sure. Yeah, we probably can fit that back there, so that still would be in range. Could also go ahead and pop that maybe back there if we were to destroy a house after our next run. Yeah, we'll destroy that. Yep. Okay, so this goes to work hours. This is fine for work hours, and then we'll remove that house and we'll chuck it back in there. That'll be fine. So let's go ahead and get that public house up and running. Again, we do need to be somewhat cognizant of the situation, so let's go ahead and actually, you know what? We will delete the footpath there, just so we're not taking up a bigger footprint than necessary. There we are. That makes it look just that little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That'll do nicely. All right, cool. Oh, my goodness, the problems never cease. All right, 83% working on that. That's rather good to see. Nothing else has gone wrong with the generator yet, but it has only been, what, a day and a half? 2 days? Very much expect something to go wrong soon. Coal thumper is turned off for now. Let's see, factory. Yeah, that may not be in the best spot either. Actually, that factory, where would that go? Technology. Oh, we could squeeze one in. That wouldn't be bad, and that would be right next to a steam core too. The steam hub too. Yeah, let's go ahead and build that up, and we're going to go ahead and dismantle this building. Yeah, we're not using it at the moment, so we're not really losing the efficiency. Oh, it is right next to a steam hub, but again, don't know if that steam coal thumper is going to stay there. Same with this other stuff. It's all very questionable as to how long this is going to be sticking around for, so yeah, I'm not too convinced one way or the other. Alright, so we'll just have to see. Oh, of course, let's make sure that people are working inside the public house. We do need to get those bonuses. Not that we need them, but they would be good to have. Oh, and the malfunctions have begun yet again. Joy. Alright, well, before we quickly end this, we're going to go ahead and call in the foreman and use an emergency repair. Use up a whole stack of that timber that we have in excess and save us a whole stack of trouble. Again, we can do this every 4 hours, but again, we need we'll just have to see how that all goes. So let's also make sure that the heater is turned on. That'll use a little bit of extra coal, but again, if these engineers don't get sick, they're going to be working, which is what's necessary. So if you do... Oh, and we also have an event here. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Hanging by a thread, the generator has failed again. Sir, the generator has broken down again and its stress is rising. People are gripped by fear. Their worst nightmares seem to be coming true. The damage is worse than before and the repairs will take more time. Our engineers are working on a temporary fix. The repair station was adequately staffed, so they will be done in a reasonable time. Alright, well, hope falls greatly. You have to fix the generator before it blows up. And we are already on it. So, we will see just how bad this is, and I think we should be okay, but again, it's an ever-growing issue. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.